welcome back to Louise Plus 10. Thank you for heading over to watch today's video. It is great to have you all here as always. I just want to say, guys, I've actually gone past 1,000 subscribers. You've probably noticed if you've been with me for a while. I know last week I was thinking, oh, I'm only about 8 or 9 off from 1,000, and I think we're at 1,300 odd-ish today, so it's great. You know, it's been a long drawn out process, but without your help, my long-standing subscribers, the comments, the thumbs up, etc., we wouldn't have got here. So thank you so much, and welcome to my new subscribers. It's great to have you all on board too. If you do like the videos, give us a thumbs up, and thank you very much. So today's video, guys, is 10 top tips to a cleaner home. I implemented these things into my daily life and my home life when I was raising my family, and they worked an absolute treat, and it really helped me. A lot of people say, Louise, how on earth do you keep so organised? How did you keep such a clean home? Hopefully this video today will help you. So my number one top tip for you guys is always clean straight away. You know, if you do a meal in the evening, you know just as well as I do, there can be dishes everywhere, mess on the worktop, mess on the floors, etc, etc. If you've got children, don't go and sit on the sofa and think I'll do it in a bit, because believe me, that in a bit never happens. It's always best to sort of stay on your feet and just, when you've eaten, just carry on, do the dishes. Always carry out the complete job. Don't just wash and let them drain. Just wash, dry, put away, the job's done, and then you can sit and relax. And that's the same with everything. If you use your oven, just give it a quick wipe. If you use the bath, the sink, just give it a quick wipe. Use it, clean it, and be done with it.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost, but you're the...
So number 2 tip, guys, is keep clutter free. You know, we can build up clutter anywhere, can't we? In the drawers, our letters, in the wardrobes, in cupboards, you name it. Anything can have the potential to become a clutter zone. I do my letters on a daily basis. As soon as they come through the door, I'll read it. I shall rip it up if it's no good. If it's an appointment, I'll write it on the calendar and then dispose of it. I only keep hold of really important letters that I might think I could need in the future, but wardrobes and drawers and cupboards, etc., I go through them quite religiously as well. You'll find half the time, I've done it myself, you'll go through a drawer or a cupboard and you'll come across something that you didn't even know you'd had. If you don't do these things on a regular basis, it might have been a year or more ago since you've actually seen this item, and the chances are, if you didn't even know it was missing, you don't actually need it. My tip number 3 today is keep minimal and simple. You'll notice in my home, in my videos, I don't have an array of ornaments and things sort of lying around. I don't see the need for it. The more stuff you have, the less likely you are to be able to clean properly. That's when dust builds up and dirt builds up. You don't know where anything is because you've got that much stuff. So I tend to just have what I need, if that makes sense. And to keep things simple, just lately I have swapped out all my different coloured towels for just pure white towels. That has kept things really simple for me, and it's really helped me in terms of how many loads of laundry I do. Because my towels are all white now, I only have to do a couple of loads because I can ram them all in the same wash, and it's so much more simpler.
Chasing highs. What is love? Lately I've been wondering just what is love? What is love? I don't know. No one ever showed me. I've been on my own for too long. But if you hold me now, let me into your heart, maybe I can start to love again and tend
home for everything. There's so many people that I know and they've just got stuff everywhere. If you keep things quite minimal and you have a home for everything, you're always going to know where something is. I always keep my hairbrushes in a particular cupboard. My kids come along in the morning, they're all using hairbrushes and they never put it back where they found it. They'll just leave it anywhere. Anywhere they stand, that's where the brush goes. So we've always got some kids going around saying, where's a hairbrush, where's a hairbrush? And I say to them, if you just took that extra few seconds to put it back where you found it, you won't be looking for it. Number 5 for you today is, especially if you have a family, you're a stay-at-home mum or you're a mum in general, you feel like you've not got time to do cleaning, you've not got time for anything, my tip for you would be, always get up early before the kids get up. This is what I did when I was raising my family some years ago. I always got up at sort of 4:30, 4:45, and I'm not saying you should get up at 4:30, 4:45. You might only have 1 or 2 children, so there's certainly no need for you to do that, but that's what I did. I got up before the kids and that gave me a really big head start because I could have a wash or a shower, whatever I needed to do. I would brush my teeth, get ready, do my hair, put my makeup on, whatever you want to do, and I always managed to do the bathroom as well, and then I'd go downstairs and I'd do, you know, the kitchen, so it always gave me a head start. I always had time to be fully dressed and ready myself before I had to then start the day and get the kids up.
I don't wanna stay here, no, ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind, we've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the...
Okay, tip number 6 for you today is always have a routine. I have to write it down because I forget. Always have a routine in life and your home. So it's all right saying, oh, well, I've got a good routine at home. You know, you need a good routine in life as well, because if your life isn't routined, you're not going to have time to actually keep your home clean. So it works always, really. Yeah, you need a really good routine at home. I was always really, really quite regimented with myself. I had to be, because I had, well, 9 children on the obsessive compulsive cleaners, and as you know, I went on to have 1 more, which is my youngest, who's 5. But I was always really, really strict with myself. I never sat down watching TV in the day, or I never got on my phone on social media, and that is why I always had time to do everything. So I would always get up at 4:30, 4:45 in the morning. I'd be up before the kids even got up, making lunch boxes, getting myself ready, doing what cleaning I could do before the kids even got up. So therefore, when the children did then get up, I could focus on them and them alone. Then when the kids sort of went off to school, I'd do a little bit more cleaning. And then when the younger ones had their nap, I did a couple of hours cleaning then, when the elder kids were at school. And then last thing at night, when the kids were sort of in bed, that's when I'd do sort of all my ironing and goodness knows what. So I always had a really, really good routine. If I was going out in the morning, I'd always make sure that I was up early and everything was done before I left the house. It's all about planning ahead, organisation, and things run really smoothly. shoes off at the door. And that might sound really, really mad to you, but taking your shoes off at the door actually saves your floors, especially my entranceway. As you know, it's wooden. So just by the children taking the shoes off at the door, they're not sort of traipsing mud and God knows what all over your flooring or your carpets. I found that my carpets keep really quite clean because I don't allow my kids to wear shoes in the house, and that goes for my husband and myself as well. We don't either. We take ours off at the door. But if you look at this clip now, you'll see exactly what my kids do. The shoe cupboard is right near the door, yet they just kick their shoes straight off anywhere. Number 8 for you today is don't allow food and drink out of the kitchen or the dining room. So I know people that let the kids sort of eat everywhere, and you do find actually over a period of time, because kids do drop food and snacks and juice and it gets spilt on the floor, etc, etc. I don't mind that where I've got sort of hard flooring that can be mopped. But if that's being dropped on your carpets, you do find that a really musty smell will build up. And just by stopping your kids doing that, learning them that food is for the kitchen or the dining room, it teaches them life skills as well, because then when you go out to a restaurant, they're going to sit nice, they're going to eat nicely, they know that food should be at the table, and they're not sort of eating everywhere. It sort of just teaches them right from wrong, so it is a good thing, and it saves your carpet and your home from getting trashed. Okay, so we're on tip number 9 now, guys, and that is don't have more than one laundry basket or more than one bin. I think I have told you about this before, but I have been to people's houses to clean in the past, and they've got laundry baskets in every single room, in the bathrooms, and do you know what? All it does is create absolute mayhem, in my opinion. Maybe you might have this at home and it might not affect you, but the particular people that I've cleaned for that have had that many laundry baskets, they just get fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller, and it's sort of an out of sight, out of mind, and before you know it, they've got several laundry baskets that are full to the brim of laundry, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, look at all this washing I've got. So I only have one laundry basket, and I actually keep it in my kitchen, and it might not be the most hygienic of things to do is keep your laundry basket in the kitchen, but it's not out of sight, out of mind, is it? You know, so it's in my kitchen, my washing machine's in my kitchen, my dryer's in my kitchen. I don't have a utility room. I did do years ago, but I changed it into a dining room, and to me it's always there. So therefore it's always on my mind, and I do washing every single day, 3, 4, 5 loads a day, and it never gets forgotten about, and I haven't got to keep going up and down into different people's bedroom to collect laundry. It's just much more simpler if the children bring their laundry to the basket in the kitchen. It's all in one place and it gets done. And that's the same with a bin. I have my main kitchen bin. I do not have bins in all the bedrooms, all the bathrooms. Therefore, the kids have to put their things in the bin, and you're not having to run around changing numerous bins, and things aren't getting forgotten about.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine, but I get up.
Finally, everybody, tip number 10 for you. Tip number 10 is do less more often. People seem to think that they'll do a big clean, you know, sort of once a week, but in the meantime you have got sort of 7 days worth of dishes that may have accumulated, 7 days of washing which may have accumulated, 7 days worth of polishing, 7 days worth of cleaning baths, toilets, mopping, hoovering, and goodness knows what. So what I do is I do what I call little and often. So that's your polishing, your hoovering, your cleaning your toilets, your baths, mopping, laundry, etc, etc, and I do that on a daily basis so that on a weekly basis, once a week, I can do my deep cleaning, and it is so much more easier. I cannot imagine what my house would look like if I just did one clean a week. It would be horrific. So doing things little and often, again, it avoids a big build-up of things where you're just going to look and think, oh God, I just can't face this. And this is how these situations arise and occur, because you're not doing it on a regular basis. Little and often basic cleaning is far better than just leaving it to build up. It takes so much less time, honestly. It is just, you know, hoovering can take literally 2 minutes, polishing literally minutes, you know, sorting your dishes, doing a pile of dishes might only take 10-15 minutes rather than leaving it and it take a couple of hours. It's such a big difference. Just before we go, I just want to say I really hope this video has helped you, but I just want to address something with you all. If you've not seen it, go on to my shorts. So if you go onto my page, it will say community, shorts, videos. There's some videos that you can now do on YouTube called shorts, and they last less than a minute. Now, some of my subscribers may have already seen it, but I did a mop bucket one. So what I did this particular day, I've showed you in previous videos, a couple of times a week I will actually boil my mop. So what I do is I put a bit of bleach in my mop bucket, pour boiling water out the kettle, and I only need a kettle full because I'm just boil cleaning my mop. So I'd done this on my shore, and then probably about 15 minutes later after boiling it, I went into the bottom of my annex, which is my entranceway, and as you know, it's a wooden floor. And I just thought, right, I'll just wring it all out and then I'll clean the floor before I chuck the mop water away. So it seems that there's a lot of people from abroad, and I think they're all friends because I think they're all from the same place, you can tell by the comments. Because you have to translate it into English, and they're all jumping on the bandwagon, commenting on the channel, saying no one cleans like this with a mop anymore. I just want to say maybe I'm old-fashioned. I'm sure there's not only me that cleans with a mop and bucket, but I will not change what I do. Some people are saying, oh, the floor shouldn't be that wet, and you know, it can damage the wood, and this could kill you, and blah, 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 blah. I just want to say thank you for your concern, but I have been mopping my floor, my wooden floor, for 11 years in this way, because I've lived in this house for 11 years. And I'm pleased to report that my floor is still alive, and so am I. So thank you so much for your concern, but it is not going to release toxic vapours into the air. It's a well ventilated area. I don't put a lot of bleach in at all. If you watch the video, you'll see that. If you were going to go and put a pan of bleach on your hob and boil it, I can imagine, you know, it really would release toxic chemicals. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that I'm still alive, so is my floor still alive. There's nothing wrong with my floor, and that is the way I clean my floor. You don't have to, but yeah, I just wanted to get that across. Thank you so much for watching the channel, guys, and I hope you've really enjoyed the video, and I hope even more so that you implement some of these tips into your lifestyle, and if you're a young mum out there, hopefully it's going to help you. Thank you. Bye.